Welcome, everyone, to another Freshman Friday. We're excited to have a new guest for you this week, and we're going to go back to women's basketball this time. Jada Warren. Jada, thanks so much for being with us today. How you doing?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Awesome. Okay, so big season for you here. We're getting things going, getting things underway. Let's talk a little bit about you first, though. Give me the background. Where you from? Where's your hometown? High school? What's your major?
I'm from Norcross, Georgia. I was born in Valdosta, Georgia. My dad's side is from Milledgeville, so this location isn't new to me.
Nice.
I've been playing basketball since like second grade, third grade. Rec league, not obviously, anything serious. And I'm majoring in biology with a concentration in PreMed.
Okay. All right. So the pre-med focus, do you have an idea what you're hoping to do with that?
Yeah, I want to be a pediatric surgeon. I'm still kind of deciding. I know I want to do like pediatrics and healthcare, but like surgeon, I think is the main goal overall.
Okay, so it sounds like either way, going to be working with youngsters there, huh?
Definitely.
Any background, any reason in particular why that interests you?
Well, I have two little brothers. One is 9 and one is 8. But like I just like kids a lot. Usually I take care of everybody's kids. I worked on the daycare over the summer. I'm good with kids, so I like working with them.
Well, there's one step in babysitting and taking care, and then you move to surgery. That's a little bit more taking care of kids, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Good on you. So lots of college ahead of you.
Yeah.
Going to be going to school and various things. How did the first semester go for you here at Georgia College?
It definitely was an adjustment from high school because in college, it's not like a lot of homework assignments, just like tests, quizzes, and like that's all you have. And in high school, it's all like homework, it's a lot of cushion. So it was definitely an adjustment from the high school atmosphere. But I think it went pretty well. My first semester was fun, even with COVID.
Now, of course, the adjustment to campus was a little bit lesser with the things with the coronavirus and all. You didn't have a whole lot of basketball in that first semester, just a little bit of practice. We didn't start our games until after the new year. Do you think that helped you get the adjustments to kind of focus more on the academics first and then work the basketball in later?
I definitely think so because the first couple of weeks we didn't do like any training, anything. So it really like helped us like get adjusted to our schedule, know how to balance stuff. And then we started easing back in like weight rooms, training. So it definitely helped with me easing back in.
Now let's switch gears to the athletic element. Of course, I've been seeing a whole lot of Jada Warren in the starting lineup in the last couple of ball games. What does that mean for you to make an immediate impact as a freshman and crack that starting lineup?
I'm really grateful for it. I'm glad, Coach Jolly sees something or Coach Kyle sees something in me for me to be able to start. But he always talks about like starting isn't really like a big deal. It's just kind of like who starts the game off. So like I'm very thankful for it, but it's just about the game in its entirety. And I'm glad to be playing with, everybody, whether or not I start.
Of course, being a post player, your gig's going to be rebounding and trying to adjust those shots on the defensive end, that sort of thing. What are your goals as a freshman to try and game in, game out? What do you have personally that you want to accomplish?
First, rebounding for sure. I know like for me, having a good game is me rebounding because like that's basically my main job as a post. And I think this season I want to get like a lot more offensive points, like putbacks. Sorry. In high school, I wasn't really like offensively like scoring a lot. I was kind of like a putback or like rebounding type of person. I think like as we get older, I can definitely try to work on offense more and, get putbacks and like take open shots, stuff like that.
Gotcha. So get a little bit more work on that offensive glass a little bit. I got
Definitely.
it. All right. So tell me about growing up, the game of basketball. Obviously you mentioned it was around since, third grade, second grade, something like that as a rec league sort of thing. At what point did you start to think to yourself, hey, I'm pretty darn good at this thing. I might be able to play at the next level?
I would say around middle school, like 7th grade, 8th grade, starting to play with, actual other people. Cause like when we were younger, like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, 4th grade, it's more like everybody getting in the habit of things. Everybody's just playing for fun. But definitely around 7th grade, 8th grade, one of my uncles was telling me like if I want to play in college, I have to start taking it serious, have to start training now. Cause he was like, one in however many girls gets to make it here and the chance is small and all sort of stuff. So it definitely hit then to realize like if I really wanted it, I had to work for it.
Tell me about growing up in basketball. Was there any particular mentors for you that helped you develop your game, before getting here to Georgia College?
Yeah, I played with a team called the Pearls from 2nd through 5th grade, and with this coach called Coach D. She was really influential. She was the one who kind of like introduced me to basketball and my love for it. She made it really fun. And yeah, I really like Coach D. And then let's see, middle school, we had Coach Myers, Coach Heaton, Coach Hembry. She coaches at Norcross. She left a little early, but she's been there for a long time. So I've known her since middle school, and they've really like instilled like the basketball kind of IQ in me. And Coach Clanton, she just moved here for high school. She was like my last year coach, and she was new, but I feel like she really like impacted me, and she like told me what potential she saw in me and what she thought I could do, what she thought like, you kind of push your limits. So she like really kept it real with me, honestly.
Nice. Okay. So it sounds like, each step of the way, you kind of had somebody, at each level that was influential for you, that kind of helped you shape your game a little bit, huh?
Yeah. Oh, and Coach K. I forgot about him.
Okay. All right. So
He's the main one.
all the boxes there. Very nice. All right. So tell me about, that college process, the recruiting process, and, how did that go for you? Obviously, you mentioned that you knew, the area a little bit. Had you spent much time in Milledgeville before coming down here as a basketball player?
Yeah, my grandma and like my whole entire dad's side of the family is from here. So usually I come here like over the summer. I'll spend like weeks here. I'll come here for like Christmas, Thanksgiving. But I never really knew about Georgia College like that, ironically speaking. Like even though I came here all the time, I was just a kid, so I wasn't really looking for colleges. I was just come hang out with grandma and do things like that. So when they reached out to me, it was definitely a big interest point for me because it's close to home. It's around all of my family members. It's a good program.
Nice. That's awesome. Now, did you ever come to a ball game here at the Centennial Center as a high schooler or anything like that?
Never did. I was the only person on the team. I didn't have a visit. So when I committed here, it was verbally over the phone. It was like during the whole COVID pandemic. So I didn't really have a visit. I just kind of had faith in it, signed. And then my first time coming to see the campus was when we moved in.
Wow,
So,
that's what a
yeah.
strange time this is. Folks like you with stories like that, and making college decisions without having seen, but at least you knew the area. I suppose that probably helped quite a bit. Your teammates in high school, did any of them happen to go on to play college ball as well? And where might they be at?
Yamani Paul plays at Kennesaw. Asa Stevenson plays at Point University. I think that's all for my year, the people that continue to play basketball.
Gotcha. Are you keeping up on each other? Do you happen to check in after ball games and let each other know how you're doing?
Definitely. I talk to Yamani a little bit more than Asa, but sometimes I still try to catch both of their games and see how they're doing and check the stats and talk to them and stuff about it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, basketball's such a fraternity that way. If you make relationships, you kind of keep them for life. And I'm hoping you're making some good relationships here at Georgia College as well. Well, we're about out of time. I'm going to close things up here and let folks know that if you want to catch Jada Warren in action this weekend, we're headed down to Flagler. So watch them take on the Saints at GCBobcats.com. We'll have the live streaming for you there. Jada, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, good luck the rest of the season.